Hello YouTube, and welcome to this edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. We're going to tackle a couple of little small items on the car. We're not making a lot of major changes right now, but we are going to go ahead and get those rear taillight covers made. And then we're going to do a little old school patchwork over on the left side side view mirror over there. So we're going to get that done today. We may try to fool around with the windshield as well. I was telling you the last episode that my brother had made me a template, and I've got a piece of Lexan. So we may try to play with that a little bit and see if we can get a piece of Lexan cut out for the windshield. So, hey, appreciate you joining us again. Hang in there. We'll be right back with you and we'll get started. Welcome back, YouTube. And on our last episode, we were able to get a good bit done here on the rear of the car, but it took a whole lot longer than what I anticipated to build the rear spoiler. So today we're going to go ahead and try to do these headlight covers, and I have these old ones that we can use as templates. We don't really care for the B-roll, so we're just going to go with a flat look. So I got to looking in my scrap pile in here, and I had just enough of what you call mill finish aluminum. And I'm hoping that I can get two of these laid out here. I mean, it is going to be tight, but I think I can make it work. So we're going to give this a shot. So let me lay these out real quick, and we'll see what we can end up with. Hopefully we can make it fit, because we are running out of aluminum. So sit tight, be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube. And as I was saying, I think we have enough aluminum here to make these two taillight covers. Get my old glasses on here, but I think if I move this down, I mean, it is going to be tight, but it looks like we will have just enough. So I'm going to trace this one out first and just try to cut them out. Luckily, I've got a pattern to do this with, because it's been a pain to have to do this from scratch. But when we was taking the car apart back months ago, I wanted to save all these pieces for this exact reason. I'm gonna go ahead and also gonna mark the holes for the rivets where they were at. And we use those the same exact holes. That lip on that tail light area there on the body is very, very thin. So this would be the left side. And I tell you, I'm gonna cut these out by hand. Boy, I tell you talking about tight. Yeah, I'm gonna have just enough room. That is amazing. That is funny, but we gotta have enough, just enough. Okay, got those marked out. So instead of boring you with the details of this, I'll cut these things out and go ahead and drill the holes. I've got my drill in here already, so we're going to put the holes in there. So I'll be right back with you, and we will see, hopefully they fit. So I'll be right back with you in just a minute. Welcome back, YouTube, and I got both these pieces of aluminum cut out. What I ended up doing, this stuff was a little bit thicker than what I thought it would be originally as far as using my hand snips. But the great thing is, I went over there and tried my bandsaw. I've been having a lot of trouble with my bandsaw lately, and luckily cutting out these pieces of aluminum made me realize that I had something out of adjustment on the blade tension there on the feed, where you feed up under the arm to cut. There's some basically guides for the blade, and they were out of adjustment. Man, I'm so excited. I'm more excited about having my bandsaw adjusted correctly now as I am about getting these things cut out. But anyway, we're going to hand file these. I've almost got one done, but there's nothing beats hand filing when you're doing metal work to get it really, really nice and finished. I did some of it on the grinder, but I'm getting the final pieces here on the edges by hand. That feels pretty good. Everybody come up there and get a rough edge and cut their hand. Everybody's sue happy nowadays. No, I don't want to hurt anybody, but okay. I think it feels pretty good. Right, man, feels pretty good. So there you go, 2 taillight covers. Now I'm gonna see if I can get in here and try to drill these out real quick. I know probably some of you are wondering, why did he have a piece of wood up under that? I don't know, except for the fact I'm too lazy to go over to the next bay and get one. Okay, they're all drilled. Now, I get to turn the air conditioner back on this side because you can't hear me talking if the air conditioner's on. So I'm gonna turn it on back on the metal side over here, so it'll start cooling back down, and we'll go over there next door and see if these things fit. Hang in there, I'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, and got our pieces here. Next time I do this, I'll make sure I mark which is right and which is left. So didn't do that, but hey, I figured it out. Didn't take too long. What I do want to do is try to probably trim these down. Hadn't test fitted them yet, but I know that these holes here are too big for my Clecos. They won't grab. So I'm gonna just use the old trick using a rivet. Instead of popping it in, I'm just gonna let it hold it in place. 2 will be enough. We look really good on the edge here, right there on this corner is real good, but I can see I'm just a hair big on this top corner, which is always good. Can't put it back. It's gonna be really hard to Elmer's glue this back together, so you always want to take some off. So we're going to just trace this a little bit on the back side. See, everywhere else, I'm pretty good with that. So, won't take much to fix this. I'm probably gonna go in there and do this on the grinder. Oh, well, I'm dropping everything. But you can see here, we just got just a little bit here on this corner. I'll just buff this real quick with a grinder, and then come back with a file, and then we will should be able to put this one on. So sit tight, I'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, and got this top trimmed off here a little bit. We're just going to touch it with a file, just a hair. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's see what we got here now. Woo, feels good. this in one spot right here. It's amazing what you can do with a file. My brother taught shop in high school. We have the same college degree, and our actually had some of the same professors in college. He went on and started teaching shop in high school, and I know he did the same thing that his our professor did in college. In metalworking class, they teach you out. You got a full shop full of all this real nice milling machines and lathes and all, but you start out with a file and a piece of metal. And they teach you, actually, people don't realize how much you can do with just hand tools. Look, back before they had milling machines and CNC machines and stuff, this is the way it was done. So you could ever beat a trusty old file, and you're less apt to take something out and take out too much metal. So we're going to look at this one more time. I think I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice a rivet here. Because I can actually come back and can file it just real gingerly on the car while it's mounted. Oh man, it looks so sweet. And my holes lined up magically. As soon as I say that, the next one does. Hey, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. You see, that's why you can't ever be too cocky about stuff. Okay, I mean, it was like within a 30 seconds. All right, it's in there now. That was funny. I don't care who you are, that was funny. Okay, look at that. Holy cow. Woo! Man. Boy. Now, okay, I'm gonna turn this back here. And you gotta admit, we get a little polish on that, that's gonna look trick. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side here. I won't bore you with the details if I can get my phone quit bouncing here. We're gonna do the other side and get that done. And I may do just a little bit of hand filing here, but man, that looks sweet. But we will be right back with you here in just a second. Welcome back, and you can see we have both of the tail light plates installed. And I tell you, I think that looks pretty sweet. Get them polished up with some of our metal polish we have here on hand. And would you believe on this side, every one of the holes lined up perfect, unlike that side. Sorry, I can't lie. This one didn't and that one didn't. I had to re-drill them, but they were pretty close. But I tell you what, I didn't have to do any filing on this one except just a little bit on this corner. So that's really nice. But how you like that? I think it looks pretty good. And when we get them polished, I think it'll make it look better. Now I'm also going to make a filler piece back here for the license plate area, and I'm going to fill that in to make it kind of look like a big license plate basically deal. It's going to be larger than a license plate. I'm going to cover some of that up. Now on to the fun part. While I'm out here, I think I'm going to make our old famous Chevrolet emblem here, if I can find a piece of orange. So I'm going to try to lay this out and see how much room we've got, and see if we can get an orange Chevrolet sign on there. That's just what you used to do back in the day. That's how you covered up the rear view mirror. For all you young guns, this is where the rear view mirror went. Or not the rear view, but side mirror went. So we're going to get that fixed up. So let me see if I can dig up. I hope I can come up with enough scrap. But we will see if I can find a little bit piece of orange, and we'll dig around and see what we can do on that. So be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube. And as you can see, I found me a piece of aluminum. One of the viewers back in the early days before we pulled the plastic off the aluminum says, you know, I didn't want to say anything. I was wondering why y'all was doing the interior in brown. He said, I was so thankful whenever you pulled off the plastic, it was orange up under. So yes, this is actually orange aluminum, but they put brown colored, I don't know, well, blue, actually kind of a blue color, but it makes it look brown. But anyway, I'm gonna show you how to lay this out. So I'm gonna turn my camera down a little bit so you can watch me lay this out. Hopefully this will work. So let's get it down on my lap here. All right, so first thing we'll do, we got 9 inches. So we're gonna find the center point for 9 inches. So my math tells me right, I'm from a small school, that would be 4.5 inches. So put 4.5 inches, use our speed square, and that's our center mark. Okay, so now, to keep it simple, I always use this flat bar. Y'all seen me use it for everything in the past. We're just gonna get this flush on the top edge. And we're gonna make a cut across here, and then we're gonna make one more cut across here, and I'm gonna show you how we're going to we'll transfer the lines here in just a second. And so we'll make this one here. Now that's your basic. Mr. Buddy just walked in the door, but Buddy's probably done this a few hundred times. Hey, how you like those?
I like that. That looks good.
I think it's good. I told people we got to get a little polish on them. Now we'll take our speed square and just gonna lay this out towards the same on each side. If you can see that, but anyway, we're gonna. I bet Buddy knows what we're making.
Yep.
I told him this is old school here. All right, so now go back to our same marks we have here. Like that. Now, you can see what it's starting to look like now here a little bit. Now, since this is our center line, we're gonna make that about, let's say 4 inches. So we'll put 2 inches on each side. So you can see there, if we put our, oh, that ain't right. Good thing we checked that. Okay, we gotta go to 1, 2, we're gonna go to 11. Okay, sorry. Good thing we checked that. So anyway, from 7 to 9 to 11, and actually that's just a little bit long. Check that again. That'll work. So now we will transfer those all the way down. And there's your Chevrolet sign. Now, in case you're wondering, I'll make it real simple for you. So I'll get this snipped out. Let me raise this back up. I know you'd rather see my face, but we'll get this snipped out, and hey, hopefully it'll work. I don't know, I did some real rough measurements on the side of the door, but we'll get this laid out or cut out and see how it works. So be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube, and we got our Chevrolet sign cut out, and it magically covers all of the holes, previous holes. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to use some silver rivets on this versus orange. There's not such thing as 1/8 inch orange rivets that I'm aware of. So we'll put these in. I'm going to get this drilled out, and we will get them installed, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube, and how about that? Is that a little sharp or what? So kind of a little bit of a neat detail. That's what you used to always do in old school days. And have the Chevrolet sign covering up the side view mirror. So I was telling Buddy, we may lay out this windshield just on a piece of plastic. We got a piece of Lexan over on the wall, and I may just lay it out and just see if we have enough Lexan for a windshield. And but anyway, I'm not sure if we'll do that today or not, but anyway, see what else we can get into. Be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. And guess what? We got plenty of room. This is a template I was telling you about in the last episode my brother sent up off of his 1966 Nova that he is restoring. And I tell you what, we can pull this down here. Now, how are we going to cut this, buddy? Think we can do it with 10 snips or do it with we can probably get it rough with a bandsaw. Well, it'll be kind of big cut with a bandsaw, though. We can go long ways with it, but anyway, we'll cut it out, get it roughed in. But that is a 1966 Nova template. So I guess we'll take some tape and get it down tight. And man, we have all that extra Lexan left over for other projects, so that'd be good. Yeah. We may make some little vent windows. That'd look good. Yeah. Make some little vent windows on the side on the A post. That'd look trick. So hey, you never know. Got to use up the way that stuff costs. You got to use as much of it as you can. So okay, well I'm not sure what we're going to do. We may think about this. We may save this for tomorrow, but anyway, it does fit. So we will get back with you. Okay, Buddy came up with a good idea that we want to go and cut a little bit of extra around the edge, and then like I said, well, let's just put the template up here into the windows and see. It actually fits really, really well, except here on the bottom. Well, I can't hold this with one hand, but anyway.
I know. I bet this is a rubber mounted windshield.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, rubber. Yeah, could be. But we're gonna have just a little bit of space gap here on the bottom. Pull that back on your side a little bit tight there.
See, because it almost fits perfect on the inside.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll just add, like Buddy said, maybe 3/4 of an inch or so. And on the bottom of the top, like it's going to be okay. But again, it's not going to be perfect. We're going to lay possibly just a little bit of foam in there or something on the edge. I'm not sure what we'll do. We will definitely paint the inside edge of the windshield, but it's close enough. We got plenty of Lexan over there, and we got template. So we'll just put a little bit of edge, a little bit extra on the edge, and then we'll come back and we can trim it out. So anyway, so it will work. So I think we're gonna possibly wait on this and may try to do this tomorrow, but hang in there. We'll be right back with you. Hey guys, appreciate you joining us on this episode of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. We got a lot of the little bitty things knocked out. Still got a lot of little bitty small things to do, but we're up to getting the drive shaft finished, and we've got to get the brake lines on the car. Got to get the hood scoop painted and get it installed, get the front grille mounted, get the brakes bled. And we need to put the fluid in the rear end. They put a gear in the rear end, they put fluid in transmission. But we're really, really close to be able to drive this thing. So, hey, I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. Take care.